Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's Friday, December the 8th. Holy cow, it's Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. What year are you going to pretend to be from? I'll pretend to be from the past so I don't get quizzed on anything from the future. Mm-hmm. That'd be a lot easier. Also, National Brownie Day. Are you a brownie fan?
Oh, love brownies.
Just having a memory the other day of a time I found out you can make brownies in an iron, what is it called? A waffle iron?
Waffle iron, yeah.
Found that out on Facebook at like 11 p.m. and I went to the store and bought a waffle iron and brownie mix.
Yes, you did.
It was really good. Feast of the Immaculate Conception today, National Blue Collar Day, National Christmas Tree Day, National Lard Day, National Health Savings Account Day, and Take It in the Ear Day. I don't know what you're taking in. Christmas music, probably. I don't know. All of that happening. And it is a Friday. I've got a guest joining me, Mariette Hartley. You know her from a ton of TV shows and movies from back in the day. And she was retired and just living a wonderful life. And then she and her new husband came up with a movie. It comes out today. It's called Our Almost Completely True Love Story. And it looks adorable. I'm excited to see it.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. With Cyber Monday over and done, that's old news now, right? But you might be dealing with buyer's remorse, maybe plan to send some things back. Online purchase. Turns out these days, so many online shoppers return their packages that many retailers say they've been forced to adjust their return policy. 44% of retailers now charge you a fee to ship something back, up from 33% just 2 years ago. It makes sense because the processing cost of all of that stuff is just high.
Oh, for sure.
It's not all bad news for companies accepting returns, though. Call it girl math if you'd like, but Harvard Business Review study found that consumers are more likely to spend refunded money. What? More likely to spend refunded money than they would a bonus or unexpected cash they found. What does that mean? They see the money they receive from a return is already lost anyway, so they'll just go and spend it with you.
That's true.
I see.
Yep.
Researchers, why would they call it girl math? I don't get any of that. Anyway, they
is
say...
Is that the kind of math you use? Is
I
that
don't-
what you think? If
I
you
don't-
get a refund, do you think...
No, I don't think.
Say, that's why it's girl math.
Okay. I'm
Because
confused.
that's exactly the way I feel. Because, okay, I sent this back. I got money back. I'm going to buy something different.
Okay. Well, if you want to read more, it's in the show notes. I'm confused. JohnandHeidiShow.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know there's a right way and a wrong way to eat Pringles? Well, you
I
may
did
be
not.
tempted to pop the canister open and just throw a bunch of these things in your mouth, the concave part against your tongue. Well, then, according to the users, Cooking Hungry TikTok user, snack lovers should place the top of the Pringle, that side facing your mouth.
Well, that would be
What?
messy. That's just going to crumble all over the place.
They say that is where the majority of the seasoning is distributed. 2017 Pringles stated that only the top of the chips are dusted with flavoring, and the bottoms are only seasoned by coming into contact with the top of the other chip. However, they
Well,
also
they're
said
doing it wrong.
Pringles said there is no wrong way to eat a Pringles. So there you go. I'm confused why,
If you
because
were
it
trying
wouldn't
to
fit your
bite
mouth
into
right.
it upside down,
Yeah.
it would have crumbs just going everywhere.
That's why I just crunch them all up and just eat the dust.
Just tip the canister into your mouth and eat.
I've done that before.
I know you. I've
the
seen
Pringles
you.
crumbs. I'm like,
That's why
oh,
I said that.
I'll keep those crumbs. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Timothy Chalamet is really excited about the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory prequel musical Wonka. Finally unveiled to critics. First reactions are pretty good from the sounds of it. And Mark Cuban is planning to leave Shark Tank after more than a decade on the program. Now, I've had several sharks on this program. He is not one that I've had. We've had Barbara Corcoran. We've had Robert Herjavec. Now, we've also not had Kevin O'Leary, Heidi's favorite shark.
He's my favorite shark.
No official word who the replacement is, but Mark Cuban has a name that he'd like to throw out there. His top pick is Emma Grede, Grede. I hope I'm saying that right. If it sounds familiar, she's a co-founder of Kim Kardashian's Skims and Khloe Kardashian's Good American brands. So she's done quite well. And she's partnered with, these two sisters that have done quite well. So that's who Mark Cuban is saying, hey, why not just have her do it? She'd be really good.
Right.
She'd be a good replacement. So
Alrighty.
I don't know what he's planning to do, just lounge around and do nothing. He can afford that. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Just read that the Galapagos tortoise once fathered over 800 offsprings. There was one tortoise that had 800 kids. That's a lot of tortoises.
That sure is.
I don't know. When they're born, are they born one tortoise at a time, or are they born in like a pack
I
of
really
tortoises?
have never studied.
What does it do
tortoise
with you and your
births.
lack of tortoise knowledge? You call yourself a tortoise expert?
I do not ever, actually.
That's right. I guess you don't. I kind of sprung that on you. I thought maybe you'd know something, but no. This is kind of interesting. Tell me what your thoughts are on this.
All right.
McDonald's. It's a restaurant. They've got drive-thrus and stuff.
Irish cuisine.
Yeah, that's one. They've announced that they're making major changes to their burgers, including the use of brioche buns. So back in April, the restaurant promised pillowy buns, perfectly melted cheese, plus perfectly cooked patties. And now we have the details. By early next year, customers at all U.S. McDonald's locations can expect not only brioche buns, but more sauce on Big Macs, fresher tasting onions, lettuce, and pickles, and meltier cheese. The restaurant also promised that just 6 patties will be grilled at a time rather than 8. With fewer patties, the auto-cooking mechanism will apply less pressure, which will reportedly result in juicier burgers, and sesame seeds will be spaced further apart as well. I got to tell you, I have never, ever complained about any of the things that they're fixing right now.
No, me either.
Any of that stuff broken to you?
Not to me, no.
So what you're saying is you're going to be able to cook fewer patties. That means it's going to take longer. That's how I read that.
I didn't hear a mention of more tartar sauce.
No, I don't.
On the
Or
on the fish
they
roll.
might line up the cheese. Do they throw that cheese from across the room? Have you ever got a fillet of fish with the cheese lined up? I never have.
That's fun. Well, they can change whatever they want.
Yeah.
I've cut it out of my diet.
There you go.
It's
Knock yourself out. Do what you want to do. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Very excited to visit right now with Mariette Hartley. She's been in a bunch of movies and television shows, over 135. I looked it up. And now she's got one of the coolest movies ever. It's about her life. It's called Our Almost Completely True Love Story. I bet you had a lot of fun putting this together, didn't you?
Oh, it was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous. First of all, Jerry and I, my husband and I, we wrote it together. We knew all the people that we worked with. I mean, they were all friends. Bernie Capel, who I know you just spoke to, and Don was the director who directed all of the, hold on, I'm going to have to ask my husband again. 30 Rock.
There you go.
Yeah, 30 Rock. I think he's the executive producer on most of them. And Peter McNichol, who's been in this business for years and years and years, and one of the funniest men alive. I don't know, it just goes on, and we just had the best time doing it.
And it looks like so much fun. We've talked with Mindy Sterling in the past. I see she was in this as well. And again, these are all people. The thing that's neat to me, these are all your friends. These are people you know. We know them, and we know you from watching television, from watching movies. It's got to be kind of surreal to be surrounded by a bunch of people that the whole world knows. That's really neat.
It is really neat. It was really neat. It was just terrific.
And now the title is Our Almost Completely True Love Story. So what percentage? Is it like 90% true, or are we close?
Yeah, about 90%.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It looks really good, and it's out today. I'm excited to see it. I watched the trailer, and it looks like so much fun, and I've got plans to watch this evening. I think it looks really, really fun. And now, when you were working on this project, were there things that you guys said, okay, this is off limits, we're not going to talk about these things, or was kind of everything available when you were writing this project?
Everything was available. And as a matter of fact, because my husband is really the comedian in this relationship. He's the one that keeps us alive. Just laughter, which I think is the greatest life giver that there is.
And I think that most people don't realize how important that is, but it is so important to laugh, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's life giving. It really is. And there were a couple of things in my life that were tough, and that I really worked through, and I worked through a lot of them with Jerry. And I think he was a little bit uncomfortable about talking about them. Less comfortable than I. And I did say to him, honey, I think we really need to get deeper with this kind of stuff, because it can't just be all comedy. And he agreed, and you'll see it in the film. And it does. The way it's written is they're not downers.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can help people get through them.
Absolutely.
Because they're not. Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of a marriage between humor but also reality, and that's what life is. So we need to be there.
Yes, I think so.
Well, I really appreciate you taking some time to visit with me about this. And like I said, I'm very excited to watch this. Do you have plans to make anything after this? Are there while you were doing this, did you come up with other fun ideas for like a sequel of some sorts?
Well, we've thought about that. But Jerry has written another wonderful film, and we're hoping that will happen. We're old fogies that are awake and alert,
Absolutely.
When we're not sleeping, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat today. I appreciate it a bunch.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you so much.
And I've got a link to the trailer so you can see it, and it's available to start watching today, Our Almost Completely True Love Story. And again, you can find all of the details at OurAlmostCompletelyTrueLoveStory.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at BetterCreditCards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at BetterCreditCards.com.
Go ahead and switch to BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People who look young for their age tend to live longer. That makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Popcorn is known to be one of the healthiest snacks. It builds bone, muscle tissue, aids digestion, and is good for your teeth.
Wow.
Our daughter was just asking about that.
It would be good for your teeth. You would think those, especially if you
hit
bite
the
into
kernels.
Yeah.
The popcorn's good for your teeth. Kernels, probably not. Fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Gold is edible. Why would you even want to do that? Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average speed of a PGA Tour golf ball in flight is 160 miles per hour.
And
That
I've
thing
seen
is
people
sailing.
get hit with those things.
Oh, yeah. I saw somebody, there was a video of a guy, the same guy got hit twice by golf balls. There's a video online of that. I was like, what? He got hit by a golf ball, and then it showed him like 2 holes later, he got hit again. I'm like, what is
You
going on?
might just want to go home.
Yeah, like, I think I would wear a helmet if I'm going to stick around. All right, several fun facts. Now, you know, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. A study found that about 70% of us do this when we go to the doctor. What is it? Oh, yeah, I guarantee we do. What do we do at the doctor?
I don't know.
We lie about how much exercise and how much what our
and
diet
how much
is.
you drink.
You're like, how many drinks do you have in a week? You're like, oh, just 1 or 2. How much exercise do you get? Oh, quite a bit. What's your diet like? It's pretty good. Then why are you over 300 pounds? I was wondering the same thing. Mint
It's
Mobile.
inexplicable.
Yeah, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it can also be expensive. Are you still paying for last year's Christmas gifts? Maybe you need better credit cards. We'd love to help at bettercreditcards.com. Find a card that's a better fit for your needs. Some like cards with points or miles. Others just want a lower rate. Find what you're looking for at bettercreditcards.com.
Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A 28-year-old spent $20,000 creating an 80s Barbie-themed apartment, then decided to do the same thing to her new house. Hannah Dahl. Our last name is Dahl. D-A-H-L.
Okay.
She was trying out different colors on her home in L.A. when she painted the wall pink and had an epiphany to inspire her to spend a year creating a whimsical Barbie-inspired design. When she and her husband relocated to Oklahoma, she began painting every room pink and sourcing vintage finds such as a heart-shaped pink bathtub for a 2-bedroom Barbie dream house. Her love for pink is also evident in her dress sense. She also loves wearing princess dresses and vintage outfits to match her house. She says the color pink feels so me. Her husband says they're working on building him a man cave.
I would hope so.
He's like, yeah, I need a
Poor guy.
I need a non-pink room somewhere.
Yeah, see, and you think you have it
Please.
rough.
I never said I have it rough. I'm very fortunate. I live in Pee Wee's Playhouse. I mean, our house is weird. My wife's she's married to me. She's got a weird sense of humor. Our home is very bizarre, but I like it. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Friendliest cities in the world. Who do you think is the friendliest city in the world? Is there a place that just stands out in your mind? I bet
city.
these guys are friendly. In the world.
Oh,
Number
my
10,
gosh.
Kyoto, Japan. 9, Lisbon, Portugal. 8, Cape Town, South Africa. 7, Porto, Portugal. So two Portugals
Wow.
so far. 6, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. 5, Sydney, Australia. 4, Edinburgh, Scotland. 3, Quebec City, Canada. 2, Dublin, Ireland. And the friendliest city in the world, Victoria, Canada. That is the
The
friendliest
U.S. didn't
city.
make it at all.
Not a single place on the U.S. and not even one. So I don't know if there's a list the friendliest cities in the United States, or if they just go, no, we don't have any of those. No, I think there's plenty. But anyway, that is the friendliest cities in the world, according to the Condé Nast Traveler Reader Survey. So
Okay.
I didn't make the list. It's in the show notes, though, at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. This is from President Merkin Muffley. I think this is from one of the movies. What movie is it?
No
Spaceballs?
idea.
Anyway, gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. I'm pretty sure that's from Spaceballs.
Might be.
Anyway, I can see him saying it. It's Mel Brooks, but the character's name is President Merkin Muffley.
Okay.
All right. Anywho, that is your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And there's, times that there are stories out here that are really good stories, and there's times that stories are like, okay stories. I think this is a pretty cool story right here. This is like a pretty cool story out of Kentucky. Middle school principal adopts a student after she gets suspended. So think about all of the things that had to come together for this to happen.
He adopts her after
listen
getting
to what
suspended doesn't
listen,
mean she...
Okay. Listen to the story, Heidi. Heartwarming turn of events. The principal, his name is Jason Smith, opened his heart and his home to a troubled student who is changing now the trajectory of her life. It all began when an 11-year-old, Raven Whitaker Smith, found herself in his office after an incident during lunch. She had thrown yogurt on a classmate, resulting in a suspension. Little did anybody know the incident would lead to an extraordinary journey of compassion and support. Said, I found myself in the principal's office one day. I started a food fight. The principal asked me if I would start the fight again if I were out to dinner with my family. When I blurted out, I don't have a family. And he said he felt like a complete jerk. I was a foster kid living in Holy Hill.
Aww.
That conversation led him to a conversation with his wife, and the rest is history. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome. I love that.
Driven by empathy, Smith went home, discussed the situation with his wife. After thoughtful consideration, they decided to open their hearts and open their home to Raven, welcoming her into their family as foster parents. And I think it's really cool because now they've actually adopted this young lady.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that cool? And it all started with her getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And again,
Are you
fabulous.
crying?
No,
You're
I'm not
crying.
Would you stop it? I'm getting choked up a little bit. Does this not seem like a good story to you? Why are you making fun of me? Would you just stop? I think it's a wonderful story. I'm gonna tell you if you'd like to read more, because I can't, because somebody's making fun of me for getting a little choked up about it. You can find a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. She's so mean to me. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.